Okay, we're live, we're live, we're live. I don't know why I can't see the chat box in YouTube there. It's a bit odd. I literally don't have any hope for today. If we're even actually gonna even get anything. All right. What's happening, guys? You good? Everyone good? Everyone good? Money day, money day. Mark, what it do, baby? What's happening? What's happening? All right, so we're in the last trading day of the week, and to be honest with you guys, I don't think we're gonna get absolutely jack shit today. Right? I don't think we're gonna get anything today, and main reason being dollars extended, right? Dollars extended lower, taking out that low there. And not only has dollar taken out that low, it's dollars just continue to clap lower, right? So if we are going to get a reversal, we'll potentially have to look at next week, but everything's kind of already played out. DXY has already reached all-time highs as well. Sorry, not DXY. Gold has already reached all-time highs, so it's like cool. We had a weekly pullback and then a continuation higher, right? Really, really, really strong engulfing weekly candle. And to be honest, from looking at this candle, right, I can almost tell next week is also going to be a bullish candle. Okay, like mark my words here. In fact, I'm going to put it inside a Discord. I think next week will be a bullish candle. If not a bullish candle, right, I don't expect us, right? Maybe it might take 2 weeks, okay? But I don't expect us to revisit the low of 2956.79. Was it 29.79? Yeah, no, 29.56. Okay, I'm gonna call this from now, right? And maybe you're asking, why do I think that? Simply being, this one weekly candle is taking out the previous week, taking out liquidity, we've hit the imbalance, and we've pushed off bullish. Like this type of candle, right, is very similar to, if you remember a while back when we had this 4-hour candle where we pushed up, we took out the highs, and we closed bullish. Can you notice how the next 4-hour candle open was also bearish? Yeah, so similar picture with the weekly as well, right? So because of how this candle has printed, how it's opened, there's a very good chance that in the next coming week or weeks, we should see gold extend even higher, right? You know, maybe potentially we might see gold at 34. Yeah, that's what I'm foreseeing for gold. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right, guys. But essentially, you know, I'm quite confident that gold should continue head higher. You know, next week candle, I don't know where we're gonna, you know, open or close for this week, but next week I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially get a pullback down into this daily imbalance, right? And then we just continue pushing higher, right? Which should give us the low of the week somewhere here, and then potentially the high of the week somewhere here as well. Like essentially, okay, cool, I just got the perfect example to show you. Yeah, so for the two of you, Mark and Gift, that are in here, I'm gonna give you guys some sauce. Yeah, so look at this monthly candle, right? So you see how on this monthly candle we had price come down, take out the previous month's low. Obviously we took out this month's low as well, but the main thing to understand is we had liquidity resting below, we had the imbalance that we played into, and we pushed up, right? With the pushed up, the open, right, sorry, the closure of this monthly candle is higher than the open. Okay, so now what have we done? We've taken our liquidity, we've engulfed the previous monthly candle, and look at how the next month opened. We pulled down, created the low of the month, and then we continued higher, right? Now this one was more higher probability because we obviously had a target on the monthly in terms of liquidity at the highs, right? Now when we turn our attention over to the weekly, it's not the exact same play, but it is pretty much very similar. We've taken out the low there, the liquidity, played into the imbalance, right? We've engulfed, right? The previous candles open. Look, so next week, I want to see this extend higher, right? It might take a couple of weeks, right? But essentially, the range from this low to wherever we close, we shouldn't push beneath this range, right? Until we get a new high. If we get a new high and then price pushes down, then that's fine. But the main setup is to understand that we next week are more likely, or it's highly likely, that we're going to get a low and then the high of the week to continue. Yeah, that's a little something for everyone to look out for next week, and then you guys can tell me how that goes. I mean, we'll all see how it goes anyways. What's happening, Ritesh? So look, I'll give you another example here. So on Wednesday, you see how this 4-hour candle opened. It took out the previous 4-hour candle's low, right? The closure of the 4-hour is above the previous 4 hours open, right? And we also went for the high. Can you notice how this type of signature, there's a high probability for market to continue in that exact same direction, right? So what did we see? We saw price make the low of the 4-hour, and then guess what? Break above that previous 4-hour candle's high, and then we continued higher. So these types of signatures, yeah, are very, very likely. Very, very likely. High probability of them playing out. looking to see if we can get a buy on the EU as well. Yeah, we had a little buy here earlier in the morning, so I'm gonna see if we can start to accumulate higher, and we can go in for a little buy there. To be honest with you, gold, like, I ain't got much for gold today. I'll keep it a $1.50. I ain't got much for gold today. I haven't got much for gold today, guys. I think EU's the only pair that's looking semi-decent, you know. The only problem is obviously we are very high already for Euro, for EU. So it's like to say, oh, are we gonna keep pushing up is a very, very difficult ask, right? We've already had a very, very strong move to the upside, so I don't want to get too greedy on this, but if it is giving us signatures, we may have to play it. Yes, Joe, money there, my bro. How you doing? You good? You good? Bitcoin is, you know, it's low-key rallying back up, you know. I'm contemplating, you know, just buying some coins now. You know, I'm really contemplating, but I do think we're probably gonna get one more run. You know, I think we'll get one more run on the lows, because essentially Bitcoin is up now because of the stock market, right? And I think with what Trump did, you know, especially with the Dow Jones and influencing so much, I think this is a bull trap. I think this is at any moment, you know, like what Gift posted in the Discord, you know, tariff on, tariff off, tariff on. At any moment, he could just implement some more tariffs, and stock market is going to start crashing back down again. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? So I don't really want to believe what I'm seeing, but it is giving me FOMO. It is giving me FOMO a little bit. So for today, let's see what we can get. Focus is going to be on EU. We'll see if gold starts to pull down into any decent areas. Right now, this lower time frame is just nonsense. I'll be honest. Like, the gold lower time frame right now is nonsense. I want to see us print something more. We should have had some news come out as well. Yeah, we had PPI come out, 0.4% worse than expected. Did we really even get a reaction out of the market? Not really, by the looks of it. Yeah, we didn't really get much of a reaction from that PPI. Pound strong, apparently GDP's up. Hardly believe that. Manufacturing production's up. Yeah, not seeing much for gold right now. So today we'll definitely chill, look at some charts, see how things are going. I do want to take a buy on EU. If I take a buy on EU where it is now, I mean, initial buy on EU should be like down here. Like over here. Like ideally, if we're gonna look at this for a breaker structure, I want to see this 5-minute high get taken, then we'll get a pullback. You know, if we can get a pullback into, for example, this 5-minute candle after we take out that high, so a push up and a test, that's going to be the best case scenario. In fact, I'm going to take one more little buy here where we currently are. I'll put my stop at the hourly candles low. Let's see how that does, okay? How's you guys' week been so far? We got some texts, some chats. I've seen the blip on BTC you were talking about, up to 86k and then dumped. Yeah, like this was really weird. I think maybe this is like I think there's something wrong with Binance's data feed, so I'm not gonna look into that too much, but that was really weird. But long story short, we're here, man. We've clawed back the week and we're here. Let's see what happens, eh? We'll look to see if we can find any sorts of continuations on gold, but yeah, there's more news at 3 p.m. too. What's the news at 3 p.m, bro? I can't see. There's no high impact news on investing.com. Maybe there is on Forex Factory or Forex Street. What's the other one? Or my FX book? There might be one there, but not on investing.com. We've had such a crazy expansion lower, man. Crazy expansion lower. We had market pull back into the gap, right? Pull back into the gap, drop lower, one more retest, and then complete collapse. You know, we are taking out some serious levels, right? Some serious liquidity. You know, and I remember when we were up here in January, and this high slash that low on EU, I've been waiting for this low on EU forever. Like since forever. Like when was this low that I was waiting on? I was waiting on this low since 2023. I remember when we were down here, right? And markets was dropping. I was like, okay, cool. There's a good chance we're gonna head into this monthly imbalance, right? And then we just reversed. I was like, okay, fine. Let's just go with it. And now it's like, now that I'm seeing this reaction and this area, I've been waiting for, you know, 2 years now for price to come and tap this area. It makes sense now as to why we're getting such a huge push up. Do you understand? So even if I look at the yearly or the 12-month, right, essentially even the 12-month has got a bit of that picture that I told you guys a second ago. We've taken out the previous 12 monthly candles low, we've pushed above, it's open, and we should get a closure somewhere around here. This is if I'm going off of the 12 monthly, we can get another bullish year on EU and potentially a bearish year on the DXY. Okay, that is what is potentially inbound. You know, could get a pullback up right on the monthly. We can test this as a balanced price range now. So why is this balanced? We had the imbalance on the way up, and when we come down and we fill it with the bear volume, okay, so the sells, we've now balanced the imbalance, so it's now a balanced range. So now we could get a pullback, right, test the balanced range, and then continue dropping, right? Where to down here? I don't know yet. Okay. I don't know yet, guys, but there's a lot of areas down here that we could potentially target. But you know, since the highs of COVID, you know, and these highs were created due to COVID. So for us to get lower prices on the dollar would not be a terrible idea. So for now, let's see how EU does. I have taken a wee little buy on EU, like already kind of just where it is. I've put my stops beneath. So you can put your stop beneath this 5-minute candle, but if you want a safer SL, I'd recommend you putting it beneath the half-hour candles low. Okay. Essentially, what I don't want to see is this 4-hour candle drop beneath this one. I don't think we'll get beneath this one. I do think we'll probably end up flipping bullish on the 4-hour anyways. But for now, that's what we're holding out for. We got consumer sentiment at 3. Okay. Cool. We'll have a look at that as well. Okay, we're getting a nice push here on EU now. Okay. We're getting some movement. Okay, so right, realistically, now that we're getting a push above that 5-minute high, I kind of want to see us close. Okay. You can have your stop beneath this low. A safer stop is beneath this 5-minute candle's low, and even safer stop is beneath that half-hour candle's low. Obviously, you know, the choice is yours ultimately, but I like what I'm seeing so far. It's not bad, is it, guys? It's not bad at all. I think this is pretty much all what we have for today. Obviously, it would be nice if there was more, but that's what we're going to work with. If I look at the flip side on the DXY, so this is that 5-minute candle. We had a test there earlier on this morning for London, dropped lower, retested the exact same level. If we're looking at it from a structure perspective on the M5, you can see we have this low, high. Okay, so realistically, we need to break beneath this low here on the 5-minute. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna work with. Gold right now, we got this expansion here. Looks like it could give a pretty nice move higher. So we're almost playing sort of like a break and a retest. Even if I don't go for that and I go for 1 to 2R, where would that leave me? That'll leave me around here. Okay, so what I'll probably do is go for a 2R move on this. Just get out the MT, the M-Tizzy. I don't think this EU move's is a bad idea. I think it's alright, to be honest with you. All right, so DXY is taking out that high now. Sorry, that low. So let's see if we can continue to stretch. So if you'd like to take this with me, I've given you the coordinates, so you can go crazy with it. I'm just gonna go for 45 pips. Right, so 45 pips to catch 90. That's the play. Okay, we're getting a real nice reaction. Almost put in 32 lots. Can you imagine the devastation, guys? With 32 lots. That would be insane. Talk about margin call immediately. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm gonna play. Let's post the setup in the Discord. So ideally, we kind of want to see if we can get a pullback sometime soon. The hourly candle closes in a little bit. So with how this hourly candle is printing right now, it looks really good, guys. I'll be honest, it looks really good. The 2-hour candle, you can see, pardon me, we have a drop here, okay, push. This is almost like the continuation model, but on the 2-hour candle. Okay, so we're gonna retest this 2-hour candle and then push up. So this initial push up here is very good for business, right? So right now, for the next hour that opens, potentially we may get the low of the hour somewhere around here, and then the high of the hour to close above. Okay, half hour as well, we do have this half-hour candle, so we may not even come down into the area that I'm looking at, but we'll probably test this half-hour candle, right, and then see. Okay, but so far so good in terms of the reaction that we're seeing. I did enter some positions earlier, so it's not looking too bad. I might set some limit orders for this. So I'm gonna set a limit order for that pullback there. And put SL 1.3060. 1.3060. Is that right? No, it's not. 1.13060. Modify. What's the TPB? Let's say 1.14525. Modify order. Alright, so what would my risk be? It's quite a sizable risk. I ain't gonna lie to you. For TP, it's quite sizable. That doesn't even look right. That's not even giving me a 1 to 2R. So 52 pips. Why is this telling me this is a 1 to 2R 45? Is this the right pair? Yeah, EU. EU on the hourly. Hold on a minute. E on the hourly, 45 pips there. Cool. This SO is about 52 pips. Okay, maybe if I move it down. No, I'm fine with that. But the TP 45 should be 90, but 90 pips is telling me that it's way out of the range. I don't know what is going on, because why does this range here, why does this tell me 90 pips is near the high? Hold on, let me do this. And we'll do 30-minute from here. Minute from there, cover the exact same low. Yeah, it does change the R&R. Interesting. No, just simply change the R&R completely, because that's now 50 pips. Something ain't adding up, man, honestly. I'm looking at this like I'm bugging out. Okay, I think I get what it is. Owanda's candles look slightly different to here. Yeah, that's all it is. Okay, so that's the play. In fact, what I'll probably do is I'll probably send out a buy limit. I never use limit orders, but I'll send out a buy limit for this. Why not? Let me respond to the rest of this. Oof, he's going for it, man. We need a little pullback on the yeah. With this little 5-minute here, we're getting a continuation. Dollar's in the dumps right now. Yeah, we just got to anticipate the next hourly candle, just giving us the high of the hour somewhere, and then the low of the hour later. It looks like this low will get taken out from London session on the DXY, so we could work with that framework for now and try and catch something small. Let's setting a SL. I'm gonna go for this one, this entry. What's this price? 5.6. No, it's this price. 5602 SL. 45 pips. Okay, so final TP will be here. Or can this stretch lower? Okay, new hours here. You know what? I'll give this 4 TPs. You know, let's give this 4 TPs. This can be TP3, sure. Give this 4 TPs. I don't think it will get hit though. Alright, so 45. Let's give that TP there. What's half of 45? 40 is 20, so say 22.5. 0. Nope, too big. Yeah, we'll go for that for TP1. Cool. Alright, so that's all punched in. Let me just check something else quickly. So for me personally, guys, my main TP will be a 1 to 2. I'm gonna set a limit order for the copiers. Let's set a limit order for this account. Buy limit. Stop price. Let's see what's the price point here. 131. 1.13125. 4 712 15. Okay, that's not bad. It's not a terrible R&R. Yeah, some of these candles definitely look different, but I can say that for sure. Okay, so we're getting quite a sharp drop down right now. See what gold's doing. Yeah, gold's kind of just held this 5-minute imbalance. We've had a nice little push up from there, but apart from that, nothing much going on in paradise. Looks like gold will just keep going, really. Alright, so I'm going to set some alerts. We could potentially have one of these schematics play out here. Potential. We've got some imbalance inside of there as well. Let's see how that plays. Kind of want to see the dollar just push up, drop off. Yeah. All right, let's see if you guys said anything in the chat. Okay, you guys not very chatty today, are you? I think we're pretty much out of the way in terms of really, really high impact news. Let's see what the GDX is saying for today. See if it's up pre-market or not. Yep, GX is up, boy. So we eventually came for those highs yesterday. All right, that was the target of the day yesterday. We eventually did come through on the GDX. And if we are gapping again on the pre-market, gold's probably gonna keep pushing. Caught the gold buy up 2%. Nice one, my bro. Little pullback there. Gold's probably gonna keep heading higher, you know. Whoa, what's going on with trading view? It's bugging out. All right, we're waiting for these limit orders to hit. You know me, I'd rather not play limit orders because sometimes you know how Trump is and how the market is right now. You don't want to get caught offside because you got limit orders and then you get market executed and then flash straight to your stop. That would be very annoying. But we're watching this. Not too sure what's going on with TradingView right now. It's just not loading up really. Yeah, everything's just stuck. Okay, let me just close this application. Let me just reopen it as well. Gift says, so China and Trump just gonna keep going back and forth. Yup. Like, China's not backing down. And it doesn't look like they will back down anytime soon. So, yeah, bro. It does look like they're just gonna keep going back and forth. It's very silly, to be honest. What is going on with TradingView? Can you load, please? Like, I'm pretty sure gold is moving right now. Can you load up EU for me now? Can you load up GU? How's Bitcoin looking? Can you load it up? Yeah, that loads up fine. I don't know, it just seems to be this page. Let's just watch oh, it'll be really annoying if we don't get that pullback here. Oh wow, oh that's frozen as well. Pullback's not coming. Pullback's not coming. Dollar's just stretching lower. Still no pullback here on the DXY. Damn. Dollar's going for it. Gold's going for it. Oof. I don't like this candle with the imbalance straight after. You might not get a pullback on the EU here, and I really think the EU setup's quite nice, you know. Oh, come on, man. You're not going to take forever to load every single time, are you? Nonetheless, we're going to be here. I really like this setup, man. If we don't get it, if we don't get this setup, I don't know. It'll be a bit annoying, but let's see how this plays out. What you guys got planned for the weekend? I can't wait for next week. I'm trying to see this Real Madrid Arsenal rematch, you know? Like, what a game. Declan Whipsy Rice. Do you understand? Declan Whipsy Rice. This guy, oh my goodness. Those free kicks were so fake. So fake. It doesn't get much more top bins than that shot. Insane. Insane, honestly. How many people we got on the stream right now? Okay. Joe says served Real Madrid jollof and rice. Bro, listen, I was in the gym, right? And I was watching the game, you know, doing my squats, doing my sets, whatever. Because I was thinking, yeah, this is just going to be a walk in the park, whatever. I should have had some popcorn ready, you know, because the pure brilliance and class of those goals, insane. Honestly, stupid. Right? And what even happened? Like, the game was quite cagey, you know. I reckon both had good chances. You know, Mbappe was one-on-one with the keeper, flipping, hit it straight at the keeper. I thought you were going to do his Mbappe special, you know, pretend to go far post and then slot in near post. But that was, wow. I never expected it from Arsenal. You know, that's something I would definitely say. You know, and to be honest, this is the Bernabeu we're talking about, and I definitely do see Real Madrid coming back from this. You know, the only problem is Real Madrid, they've actually been playing very, very bad recently, like especially towards the end of the season. Like, their performances have not been good at all. So I'm trying to see what's really gonna happen next week. You know, yeah. Gift says I'm surprised Charles didn't mention it. It's true. Joe says, I think Real Madrid is full of themselves. Their ego is over their head. There's ego and then there's confidence. And I don't think it's ego. I think, okay, individual players, they definitely have ego. You know, Vinny not tracking back. You know, the whole issue with Mbappe and Jude Bellingham not playing more central. But look, these guys have won a lot of Champions League. And when you've had a lot of results, granted, you should have an ego. You should have that. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. You know, I didn't get to this point without results. Do you understand? So with Real Madrid being Real Madrid and, you know, how confident they are, I don't know, man. The only problem is they don't have experience. That's what I think is not great for Real Madrid right now, is they don't have experience. They lack experience, you know? They really, really lack experience. If we think about all the goated teams, you know, They had a Ramos, they had a Tony Cruz, you know, played in World Cups. You know, they had experienced players around the younger players. You know, even when Ronaldo came in fresh with Karim Benzema, you know, back then we had Essien playing, we had Diarra playing, um, Carvalho was playing. You know, there was always experienced, even Casillas. There was always experienced players in and around the squad. And it's like now, you know, there's a lot of inexperienced players. Don't get me wrong, they're world class players, but Jude is still really young, bro. He's played at some of the highest levels, yeah, sure, but he's not 28. He's not 29, 30 in the peak of his career. You understand? Mbappe as well. He's still relatively quite young. Mbappe is getting to his peak, to be honest with you. Mbappe hasn't won anything with this squad. Yeah, he hasn't won anything yet. You know, they still got the treble. The treble's still on. They have the whatchamacallit. They have what do they have right now? They have the La Liga. What's it called? The La Liga Cup. So their League Cup. They've got their league, and then they've also got the champ. So treble is still on. Do I think they're good enough to win the league? No. They should have never lost against Valencia. Like what? 1-0? Trash. Honestly, just trash. But they're looking shaky. But Joe, I do think you're kind of right. You know, if they do exit out of the UCL, have a bad year, a bad season, you know, really, you know, humble them, bring them back down to earth. I think the next season could be really, really scary for everyone, you know. But nonetheless, even though Arsenal are doing very well, even if Arsenal does go through, is Arsenal okay good enough to win the Prem? Sorry, the champs. The answer is no, man. PSG is looking scary. You know, Barcelona is looking even more scary. Like, do you guys really think Arsenal can beat who's Arsenal got in the next let me see. Champions League table. Table tree. Standings. Let's see. Okay, so hmm? Why is UEFA showing me this? How do I check this? The knockout. There should be a little something that I can see. It's not showing me that. It's either PSG or Barca. I'd rather fall on Barca's side because PSG is not consistent at the big stage. Yeah, PSG is also another team that um has got a very relatively young side. Oh, it's called bracket view. Okay, okay. So if we look at this right now, 1 second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2 mic check. Sorry about that, guys. What was I looking at? It looks like DXY is kind of pulling back a little bit as well. I'm gonna set some alerts for that. We're gonna keep an eye on it as well. But as I was saying, if we look at this here, so okay, so in Real Madrid's bracket is Arsenal, Aston Villa, PSG. PSG look like they're definitely going through. Barcelona completely destroyed Dortmund, you know, 4-0. Bayern Munich lost 2-1 to Inter. That should be interesting. Okay. It's tight, man, because even if Arsenal goes through, you're highly unlikely to beat PSG and highly unlikely to beat the winner of the other bracket as well. Hey, you know what they say, ain't none of my business. TradingView gonna work now? Okay, so we're officially getting a pullback lower now. We're officially getting a pullback lower now, so let's see. We might be flipping. If we can engulf this little 5-minute area here, we should be good. And what's good is, even if we do get the entry, right, to the most recent high is already 50 pips. That's a 1-to-1 right there. Right, 1-to-1 right there, really quickly. So I would really like this to continue. Let me see what EU looks like on a different provider. Yeah, 4-hour candle looks the same. That's interesting. 4-hour candle does look relatively similar as well. 2-hour candle, it's not bad. Hourly candle, 5-minute. Yeah, it looks cool, looks cool, looks cool. Looks cool. Alright, I think we'll be okay with this setup. Okay, we're getting a nice rush lower on the DXY. DXY is definitely pulling a lot quicker to the entry. Let's take a look at GU. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. Yesterday GU had a really nice setup here, and it was the exact same or the similar setup that we had on EU, but EU never gave us the pullback, if you guys remember. Yeah, it was here. EU never gave us this pullback yesterday when I said to you guys, like, look, this is the continuation model. We have a very good chance of EU continuing from here if we can get a pullback. EU did not give us a pullback, but GU did. You know, sometimes there's going to be a little bit of divergence between the two, and that's literally just what happened. And from there, GU just kept on pushing. So we're gonna see EU's not really giving us much for now, but we're ready. We're ready. We've got stock open in a little bit, so new 15-minute candle's about to open. My only concern now, looking at this, is this 15-minute candle that opens may just punch the imbalance and not actually give us a deep enough retracement. We'll probably punch the imbalance and then continue higher, but hopefully we don't get that play out. So I've set a lot of alerts here on the dollar just so that we can keep an eye out on that. So stock open real soon in T minus 45 seconds. Alright, stock market is open. All right. We're waiting for something. We're waiting for something. Ooh, stock market is looking a bit bearish. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe this is the biggest bear trap I've ever seen. Honestly, Trump is definitely such a big G, man. He's literally made all of his boys. Trump, yeah? Guys, Trump is basically like any of us going into office. We're going to put our people on. Do you understand? Like, if you get into any place of power, if I were to get into any place of power, like parliament, like I'm hiring my boy, I'm hiring my brethren, telling him, bro, here's a little bag. Do you understand? And that's exactly what Trump's done. You know, I saw this one video where I was looking at the volume of orders, right? And it was saying a day before the news was announced, someone got in with a really large order, right? There was a really large volume the day before Trump announced it. And it's like, that person has made millions, right? Whoever that person is has made millions. Oof, gold's pumping. GDX is open. GDX is open. Gold is pumping. Gold is absolutely going for it. Can you imagine, guys? Guys, can you imagine this little push up here is 165 pips? It looks small, but it's not. Insane, honestly. Gift says, did you see the video of Trump saying his billionaire friends has made loads of money this week? Yeah, I saw that. And it's like, you know what? I want to hate, but I can't really hate. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I would probably do the exact same thing. I want a last winner to end the week off with a bang. With a bang, not a bust. Yeah? I'm not gonna lie, I really do like this setup. I kind of want to double up on my risk. Low key. I really want to double up on my risk on this move. See, what I don't like is the dollar is a lot closer to entry and EU's nowhere near entry. So I might have to take this setup instead. Yeah. Might have to take the first area instead. And to be fair, the dollar isn't really all that close to that half-hour candle anyways. Just trying to keep it true. Keep it true. Alright, we're pulling back. Okay. 1 minute candles are looking very, very bearish, but I got in an aggressive entry. Got in an aggressive entry. We're gonna play this as the last setup of the week, and hopefully we don't get liquidated. Because boy, these minute candles are looking crazy. Let's see gold. Wow. Very, very heavy. Dollar strong. Do we have a news that's just come out, guys? Can someone tell me if there's a news that's come out? Because this is a lot of volume. Anyways, looks like our stop loss will be sufficient. Man said, let me check Sky News. Well, does Sky News actually do any decent reporting? It looks like we might be okay, you know? Looks like we had a very aggressive run. So we've just played back into the original M5 candle. Really, we're getting a really nice reaction back up. We've just got to be really careful where we are right now, because to be honest, it could go either way. You know, I do want to hold for the setup, and I do still believe in said setup, but I cannot deny the volume that we've just had right now. You know, we've had quite an aggressive drop. That minute candle looks like a news candle. That's a 65 pip drop candle, yeah? So if we're looking at this as potentially like an FU candle or a reversal, or sorry, a liquidity grab, then we should see quite a nice push back to the upside, yeah? Let's see what G looks like as well. G's pulled back to that half-hour candle as well. We might be okay. We might be okay. We might be okay. We're looking okay. We're looking okay. So I don't know if we've even hit TP1. I don't think we have. I'm just trying to be very careful with this, because I did double my risk. One thing that I am thinking about is reducing the risk just due to the volume, but I kind of want to hold it, man. I've got that fuck it mentality right now. Okay, 30 seconds looks pretty good so far, both on the DXY and on EU. Wow, what a candle. Alright, so this 5-minute candle is about to close shortly. So is the 15-minute candle. So if we look at the previous 15-minute candle, how it's printing, it's okay. It's not incredibly bullish, at least for now. The next 15-minute candle that opens, I kind of want to see low of the 15-minute, and then this next 15-minute candle engulf the one that we just finished printing. I kind of want to see us flip bullish completely. Okay, so I don't mind seeing a little bit of a wick lower, right? So a wick lower, right? A little pullback, but I want to see the next 15-minute candle completely rinse that high there. That's what I want to see. Okay, so new 15-minute is here. Remember, we are anticipating a pullback. If we don't get a pullback, then fine. If it wants to continue going up, that's fine as well. But we don't really want to see this come back down. It's crunch time, guys. Crunch time. This might pull straight back down into a little bit of drawdown. Hopefully it doesn't, but we have to anticipate it. One second. Okay, so we are getting that pullback now. What's it gonna be? Are we gonna get a stop out, guys? Or is this 15-minute candle just giving us a bit of a scare? It's looking very, very weak right now. Yeah, candle's looking crazy, guys. Candle is looking insane. Okay, so right now, how we've closed, the body of this candle is closed beneath the body of this M1 candle. It's not looking good. It's just that simple. It's just not looking good. It's just not looking good at all. The only saving grace is that 5-minute area, right? That 5-minute candle there, but I'm not too sure if it will hold right now. You know, we're at the mercy. Just chalked. Potential short on gold, you say? What, short from where, bro? Boy, DXY. The strength? Insane. Would you call me crazy, guys, if I said I still not trying to close right now? I really want to hold out for this 15-minute candle to close, but I don't know if we have enough stop space. If we have enough drawdown here to hold out for that. That's my only problem. New 5-minute candle. Let's see. It's looking like we might get the high of the 5-minute and then the low of the 5-minute just drop down, but I'm gonna hold, man. I'm gonna hold the line. I'm gonna hold the line. I can't lie, boys. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. We need better PA. Better PA. Come on. We need better PA than this. Dollar just wants to flip bullish all the time. GDX been coming down. I don't really see much in terms of gold there, Joe. But if you see a short or you believe in your setup, then go for it, broski. But I can't really short gold right now at all-time highs. I did say EU was in focus today, so let's put EU in focus. We are kind of holding. This 5-minute candle is holding. I'm literally holding on by a little bit. Holding on for dear life. Nah, man. We're gonna get a new hour candle open real soon. Ugh, this is just... Ugh. It's just... I just hate this type of price action, man. It's almost as if you get rewarded for entering first, like without confirmation. And you're not getting rewarded for entering with confirmation, you know? Dollar's looking very bullish, man. Let's just stick with it. We're in it now. Five-minute time frame just looks diabolical when he posted it on the Discord. Let me have a look. You must be working on a wide monitor, Joe. Then balance, pullback, lower. Okay, there's a lot of technicals going on here on your chart, but I do see what you mean. Yeah, man. I don't even want to close half of this, but it looks like I have to. Call me stubborn, but still hold it. Well, realistically, I definitely do need to manage this position and just take 2 off of this. Closed half. It's not working. EU it's just holding. I'm just waiting for it to just bust down. You know, just waiting for it to just bust down lower. But I've had to take half off for now. And we'll try to see if the rest can push up. Obviously, this way does affect your R&R tremendously. I mean, it's holding, you know. We got that new hour in a couple of minutes. If we're holding where we are, we might actually end up pushing back up. You know, the DXY might flip bearish once again. I know, it's very optimistic of me, isn't it? Don't do this to me after I close half. You want to push back up into prof. Dollars dropping. You know what they say, if you don't laugh, you will cry. Because anyhow, this starts rallying back up, I'm getting aggressive, man. I'm getting busy. I might have to lock in for a couple of hours. Because look at how this half hour is closing, right? This half hour is still closing inside of this candle. It's not closed out of it, it's closing inside it. Oof. Probably shouldn't have closed that position, eh? We're literally almost back at entry. 3582. 3582 is around here. The manipulation, guys. I'll probably buy gold here again, you know. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll probably buy gold at this level again. If any of you are looking at some gold buys. He's now back in profit. Crazy. I'll probably buy gold, man. Sure. This is just from a glance, though. But I'll probably buy gold again. Yeah. Until gold shows me, you know, real evidence like a lot of lows being taken, I'll just keep buying it, to be honest with you guys. Look, dollar's trying to draw me in. Dollar's basically saying, yeah, take the buy. Add another buy. It's all good. I'll behave myself. Yeah, right. Can't just give simple price action right now. Fellas, I see a little setup forming on EU for potential re-entry. Okay, so the re-entry is not looking good, but long story short, let me get rid of this area here, and let me change the visibility from this. If we can push above this high, and you know, we might get 1, 2, 3 bearish candles, but if we can push above this high and we can get a retest at this candle here, right? This is a big if, because technically we are still in drawdown, right? But if we get price pushing up, breaking above this high here, and we somehow get a pullback, I think this is a really decent area to go long again. So that would work well with the first entry that we had, which was with the 50 pip stop, right? That's what I'm seeing right now. Okay, so let's see how these lower time frame candles gonna print. And flip picture for the dollar, I want to see this low get taken and then we get a pullback. I think we'll definitely have a good chance. Okay, let me not say definitely, but we'll have a much easier time going long on EU. Can you believe this pair just juked the hell out of me? At least I didn't close everything, you know? See, the problem is I'd rather hold drawdown, right, than close positions. That's my thing. Looks like gold had a little push. Yeah, gold had a little push, about 70 odd pips. Almost a 1-to-1 there. I don't know, gold might be a better play, boys. Oof. Am I gonna regret gold? Okay, so E is progressing higher right now. I'm gonna move this out of the way for now because we don't really need this right now. Just look at the price action. Not gonna lie, fellas, it's been an interesting stream. I mean, there's a potential gold buy on, right? Well, I do want to look at EU, man. I think EU, you know, we've got a very nice clear target to the upside for EU, whereas gold is a little bit tricky. You know, with this current hour, what I'm trying to anticipate is if we've created the low of the hour here, and we can potentially flip back bullish, you know, because technically, look, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, right? That's what I'm looking at, or looking for, shall I say. We're getting a lot of wicks, but, you know, we're getting a lot of tests at the exact same price level. But if we just stay true to our setup, we should be okay. I think, Joe, you've had your setup play out, right? The pullback into that 5 minute for a short. I think, Joe, you should be in a short now if I look at your setup again. Yeah, you want to pull back into... Yeah. I mean, gold's done exactly what you wanted it to do, bro. Yeah. Oh, mate. I want to buy gold, man. Let me focus. My potential issue with EU now is we're not gonna get the picture that I want to see. I think it's like almost as if you either buy now or you miss it completely. I have to wait, man. I have to wait. Because I think this little pullback that we've had now, right, is enough to enter. I do. I think this little pullback we had on this 2 minute here is enough to enter. I have a very strange feeling that once we break this high, we're probably not going to get that pullback lower. Okay, Joe's in the short. Look at gold, man. Why? Why is it when I look at EU, gold wants to, you know, do something? I look at gold, EU wants to do something. I mean, how much is it up? 70 pips? It's not even a 1-to-1 yet. I think this is gonna clap the high, man, but I could be wrong. I don't want to affect Joe's trade, but I think this is gonna clap the high on gold. You know, even when you look at it, how we've tested into this 30-minute candle on the pullback, probably gonna clap the high, man. Ciao. Look, check EU right now. It's trying to draw me in, EU. I've seen this play out before, man. You don't get a retest. You just don't. You just don't get a retest. Alright, this hour that we're in now, we just have to watch. We'll just have to watch Guys, if you enjoyed the live stream so far and you're new to the stream, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like button. If you enjoy this type of content, more of this content is provided for free inside of my Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description of this video down below. And watch it down there, drop a like, helps in the YouTube algorithms. Are you off, Mark? You done? Yeah, man, gold's pumping, boy. Oh, mate. Mate. Oh, gold, man. Oh, mate. Meanwhile, E wants to give me headache. Okay. I feel like EU's it's just now or never, really. EU's just now or never. Look at that pullback there. That should really start busting it lower. 5-minute candles looking incredibly bearish. I doubt we're gonna get another pullback down here. Yep. Yep. Thought so, man. That we're gonna get a chance. Yup. Oh, mate. I did not need to close that, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I mean, there's a little potential here on gold, but let's keep it a buck, man. If you ain't giving gold like 100 pips minimum, you're in for a tough time. 100 pips just about covers that low. 200 pips, that's quite high. You know what? I'm gonna take a buy on gold as well. Take a buy. GDX is kind of ranging right now. I'm gonna take a buy on gold once we get a little wee pullback. I have a feeling we're not. If we retest here, boy. If we retest, I'm buying this shit again. Half hour candle, low the half hour. We look good. We look good. We look good. We survived the scare. We survived the drop, the liquidity run. So let's see if this can start heading higher, you know, with a little bit more conviction this time. Okay, DXY is going for that low now. I'll tell you what, markets are not making it easy. It's definitely not making it easy. If I look at Bitcoin, just kind of been chilling. Markets, price is definitely not making it easy, man, 100%. Gift says, how are learners meant to trade in this environment, lol? Yeah, it's tough, it's tough. But if you can get through this, man, if you can get through these tough market conditions, you'll be fine. You've kind of just got to practice knowing when to go heavy and when to decrease. New 15-minute candle here for EU. Volume slowed down, but you know how it is. All of a sudden, there's gonna be a blip. What's gold doing? Nothing much. Yeah, that was a lot of volume there, you know, that we had in a couple of seconds. On a few minutes, shall I say. Let's take a look at GU. Whew, GU's back up. Talk about a quick recovery for GU. Yeah, gold's up. Ooh, again, a pretty nice looking pullback, you know. The only problem is we didn't get a push above. That's annoying. We didn't get a push above that high, nor did we get a push beneath this low. Oh, a low key should just enter this joint, you know. Low key. We're literally at the mercy of this playing out. What's gold doing? Gold's just rocketing. Yeah, mate. Should have just bought flipping gold, man. Come on, EU. You'll play out. You will play out, EU. Gift says, JD, you see your boy Onana last night. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who my man is. Who's my man? I don't know who you're talking about. That ain't my guy. That ain't my brethren. Ain't that one of your guys? Huh? Gift, ain't that one of your guys? Chatty patty on lines and pulls a stinker, bro. It's like I more so understand the second goal than the first goal, because you see, for the second goal, like the shot came at him fast, innit, and he tried to react to it, so it hit off him, went straight. But Onana has like a tendency, yeah, to parry the ball into the box rather than around the post. Like, he has a tendency of doing that all the time, and I don't understand why. Like, as a keeper, aren't you told to parry it around the corner? Like, or am I just, you know, or do I not know what I'm talking about? You know, you don't want to parry the ball into danger. You know, there's been so many goals we've conceded because he's parried the ball into danger rather than out of danger. Right? So I kind of understand the first one, you know. Yeah, hit off him, reaction save, not much you can do. But the first one's diabolical. You got your hands to the ball, but somehow it goes. Bro, I'm not even gonna talk about it, man. EU's already giving me enough stress. Enough stress from EU, man. Alright, gold's dropping back down now. Let me see if I can't take a little gold buy, right? No. Hey, GDX is looking fugazi. GDX is looking peak. But I'm in, man. Let's see what happens. Small position on gold if you guys want to take it. Just a really small position on gold. I'm still mainly focusing on EU for now, so I've taken a small position on gold, and we're gonna see how that does. Oh, look at that. We had that pullback into that 2-minute candle. We just haven't met all the conditions needed, but maybe this goes, man. Maybe this goes. Back at potential enter point, yeah. If you're talking about gold, yeah, bro, it is. I've already entered. The only thing is GDX is still printing down though. Let's go dropping more. Oops. Yeah, gold's dropping some more. Let's see. You have to give this 100 pips minimum. Give it the chance to just mess around a little bit. I mean, with the DXY coming down, it should be good for gold at some point. Okay, gold's back up now. It's in around entry. Half hour for gold doesn't really look all that great. We have a lot of wicks up here. To be honest, the week's done, you know what I mean? Like, the week is actually done. We're just trying to squeeze the life out of what's left, you know? We're just trying to squeeze a little bit more, and hopefully it doesn't come to bite us. Okay, this is just not moving, guys. So what we'll do, I'll just call the stream there and then update you guys as things progress, you know what I mean? Okay, it's barely moving. Okay, so we're in a gold buy, we're in a EU buy as well. Okay, money day, guys. Thank you for joining me on today's stream. It's been a long one, but as always, it's the time that matters, man. Always remember theory behind the practice, and I'll see you guys shortly. Peace.